But you shouldn't allow yourself to get so low and you're suffering in silence that you can't throw up the white flag and say, help me. Men, you're not a punk, you're not a sissy, you're not weak if you're struggling emotionally and you don't know which way to turn. That doesn't mean anything. And anybody that's telling you that you are, they're hurting themselves. Sometimes when you don't have the growth and progression in this area of your life vocationally, you may want to consider changing what you're doing. And I don't want to get all religious about this. And I want to share my testimony and my story and my struggles of growth with you. Thank you for tuning in. We're going to get down to the nitty-gritty. Welcome to KDC on the Move. I'm Barry Frazier, your host. And we're going to take the opportunity to talk about the big idea, the big idea of life. One of the things that I want to express and be very, very, very straightforward with is that life is worth living. We've given one opportunity to pass through earth. And life is too short to focus on the regrets. Life is too short to focus on the failures. Life is too short to actually harbor your successes. You have to wake up every day with the audacity to live that day to the fullest and enjoy it. Live for the last. I tell my wife and kids that all the time. Every day, you need to find a way to live for the last. Life is worth laughing. Life is worth experiencing the love. Life is worth having fun. Life is worth being adventurous. Life is worth experiencing the good and the bad. Life is worth everything that you put yourself in position to enjoy. Now, the big idea. Because I'm a therapist, I have to talk a little bit about suicidal and homicidal ideations. Tough topic. But it has to be addressed because it's one of the things that we see every day in the media. Every day I wake up and I look at the news. Somebody has been killed. Somebody has killed themselves. Someone is experiencing so much pain that the only option they have is to end it all. Whether it's just ending their life or ending the life of someone else as well. When you get to the point where you can't see beyond your pain, when you get to the point where suicide is an option for you, when you get to the point and homicide is an option for you, you have to recognize that you need help. You need to recognize that you're not weak by being vulnerable. You need to recognize that there are people in place to support you during those times of mental anguish. I've experienced it before. I felt so low where I didn't know how to create any joy and encouragement for myself. I've been so low where I didn't know what I was going to do to provide for me and my children. I've been emotionally distraught. I have suffered from loss. I've lost loved ones. I've dealt with grief. And it's painful. I'm appealing to the nature of man that tries to deny that you are an emotional creature with real feelings. Don't think that you are bigger than pain. Pain affects us all. That spirit sneaks up on us all. But you shouldn't allow yourself to get so low and you're suffering in silence that you can't throw up the white flag and say, help me. Men, you're not a punk, you're not a sissy, you're not weak if you're struggling emotionally and you don't know which way to turn. That doesn't mean anything. And anybody that's telling you that you are, they're hurting themselves. because they too have been in the position where they've had thoughts of, it's not worth it. I can't carry on. This is too tough. I love you. And it's not just about me loving you. I want you to understand that you need to love yourself enough to give yourself a chance to recoup what you've lost, to rebuild what you've lost, to remove the sense of destruction in your mind, to regenerate a sense of belongingness to your community, to understand that your family needs you to be strong. Your children need you here on earth to continue to hold your position as a ruler on earth. Don't check out. Don't wash yourself away. Don't think that suicide is the only option that you have. Don't think that homicide, because you got a conflict with another human being, is your only option. There are a lot of people out here unemployed, and you're suffering and you're struggling. It seems like robbing, killing, and stealing is the only way that you can make it. You have to keep looking for your purpose. Your purpose here on earth is what's going to produce for your life. Pain precedes you finding your purpose. Confusion precedes you finding your purpose. Uncertainty precedes you finding your purpose. Don't be tricked out of your time. Don't allow someone to tell you that you are a failure. You might as well just check out. You are worth giving yourself a second chance, even when the world is not giving you a second chance. You're worth it. Lace up your boots. Button up your shirt. Put on your jeans. Strap on your belt. And look at yourself in the mirror and say, I am a man. I have a purpose. And I'm going to fulfill my purpose before I check out of earth. Because a lot of people are depending on me to be here. Because I was put here to fulfill something in this land that no one else can fulfill. I am a king. I'm made in God's image. I have a reason to be here on earth. If you're feeling like you're homicidal or suicidal, find your local mental health agency. Remove the stereotype in our community that mental health is for people who cannot control their lives. Just like if you had diabetes, just like if you had cancer, just like if you had some other terminal disease or any disease that affect your quality of life, pay attention to your mental health. Understand it is necessary to get help when you are struggling. Remember, kings create kings. Thank you for tuning in.